Piet De Vogel is a passionate long-distance fancier who has been performing at the top of Dutch long-distance racing for years, and now he also enjoys international recognition. He worked professionally as a consultant, interim manager and entrepreneur. Currently he is an entrepreneur in pigeon sport and co-owner and initiator of the successful auction site for the extreme long-distance top pigeons. In other areas, he also plays an important role within the sport of pigeon racing. He is a respected author of pigeon sport articles and would like to share his knowledge and experience with others. He was also partly responsible for the launch of the very successful top pigeons, Piet Granule. His passion, however, is pigeon racing and in particular, the distance races, extreme long distance. At the beginning of the 90s, he started racing at his own name and a decision was made to specialize for the full 100% at the extreme long distance marathon races. His colony was built with birds from top fanciers in his own region. One of the best regions in the country for the long distance. The basis pigeons were acquired from Jan Polder, Wim Koerman, and G. Kiewit. The pigeons with a lot of the Steketee blood in their veins. The latter built his strain with the birds of Jan Koels, a good friend of Jan Arden, complemented with a pinch of the Van Wanrooy. In addition, with the birds of Herman Brinkman, Van der Weggen, and the Brugman brothers, Oostenrijk Muller. A successful strain of pigeons was molded by Piet De Vogel. Further perfected through years of selecting by means of their performances in the toughest races. Renowned birds of that time were the Ulrich and the Monty Boy. Another the introduction of the famous source cock the Jong Stayer to the Loft. This son of the international ace pigeon long distance, known as the Stayer of Jack Steketee, would develop into a super breeder into the Loft of Piet De Vogel. One of the best of his generation. In 2006, the West European Super Marathon Championship was won, and a decision was made to give the strain a further impulse with the purchase of numerous national and international winners and ace pigeons. The reinforcement and purchase, for example, of the Parsborst, two-fold national winner, and the CAS, Best International Barcelona Bird 2009 to 2010, from Covan Domelen, and the Tarbes, a top bird with a noble Florizon origin via the late Fons van Afuyzen. The current strain got a massive impulse. Recently, the best from the ZLU legends Wijnands and Son were purchased. Children of their best breeder and from their national ace pigeons are now housed in the stock lofts. For the Barcelona races, the best was acquired from Frans Bungeniers and Jelema Benz. With these pigeons and strategy, Piet created 3 lines of pigeons, the Ace Pigeon line, Max line and Mr. Giz line. These lines are further developed by some inbreeding, then crossing with the best, and again inbreeding with the best. Piet's Ace Pigeon line was refreshed with a cross of the Wijnands pigeons, and nowadays pigeons from Arie and Bert Saarloos, who has a family of winning pigeons, based on Noël Pyron of Belgium. Piet is always looking for better, which is part of his basic principles, which are scouting, testing and selecting at the highest level. Piet races mostly on the widowhood system only with cocks. He also tried total widowhood, both cocks and hens. He put some couples on the natural system that are pointed towards Barcelona. In comparison to his competitors, Piet races with a much smaller team than most, and he focuses on quality not quantity. Achievements. There are so many to mention, it's hard to keep the list short, but here are some top championships, ace pigeons and prizes won. 2018, 2019, and 2020 were very successful seasons. Here a short overview of recent results. 2nd, 3rd, 4th in the National Marathon ZLU, Loft competition. 1st, 4th, 5th in the West European Super Marathon ZLU. 2nd, 3rd, 12th, the International PIPA IATP ranking 4 official. 1st National Ace Pigeon ZLU and 2 times Best ZLU Pigeon over 5 years according to the ranking of the Fundspiegel, along with 40 vases won in ZLU races which go to top 25 national winners. Piet is very proud of his breeding abilities and how successful other fanciers are with his pigeons. It seems every year another ace pigeon or national winner is bred out of a pigeon from his loft or descends from a pigeon with De Vogel in the pedigree. It just goes to show the strength of his loft. Piet continues to focus more and more on the art of breeding top-quality pigeons, and a saying he often uses is breeding is gold and racing is silver. Feeding, supplements and products. Piet of course makes great use of top pigeons' pea granulate, which he was instrumental in its productions. Some additional products used are probiotics, ceticol, animal protein, oregano, wonder pigeon and electrolytes. During the training season, the type of food he used is very light, low protein, a light mixture content. During the marathon season, more fats and energy food is given, but relatively light. In Piet's opinion, 6 feedings of high energy is good enough to load the pigeons for the most difficult and longest races, but also keep them eating in the basket. Piet uses the feed mixtures of Matador. Piet medication use needs to be as little as possible. You need to have strong pigeons. Only strong soldiers can win the war. Natural health is important for pigeons. A vaccination for PMV, pox and herpes, plus sometimes a product or tablet for canker is given. When he thinks there is a problem, he will go to the vet. The main medicine used is oxygen and a tough selection where the weak pigeons are taken out. References. The following is just a small sample of first national winners bred from pigeons of Piet De Vogel. There are many others, but these are some of the most recent. First National Marseille by Jan Polder, First National Marseille by Boonen Brothers, First National Bergerac 2019 by Van den Ree, First National Bergerac 2020 by Berggraaf, First National Barcelona by Jackie de Bruin was a grandchild of a De Vogel pigeon, and more. Piet has recently started working in cooperation with Carlo Dominicus, who acts as a satellite loft for Piet, where more pigeons can be tested. It's bred by Piet and this with great success. Already won a 2nd National Agen, 7th National Perpignan, 18th National St. Vincent, 23rd National Narbonne etc. as well as 4th National Ace Pigeon ZLU and 7th National Ace Pigeon ZL.
We're breeding loft again for pet boxes who are normally closed, only one is open. Really some famous stores, residence pigeons, national.
Thank you for watching. Until next time.